Shalom, first and foremost, all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto you, hopeful elect out there. Shalom unto you. Your brush squad here. Just want to go on, the topic of Thanksgiving, and that we're not supposed to be celebrating this. Okay, if you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, what I mean by celebrating is partaking in that symbolic meal. I call it symbolic because it symbolizes our defeat. It's commemorating our defeat against the cavalry, the American government. Okay, how these conquerors, or I don't, for lack of a better word, came over here to the Americas and pretty much took over, man, tyrants. Okay, and there's plenty of talks about Christopher Columbus and what he actually did. A lot of history on that. Okay, and that's been done in other videos. Lord willing, they're still up to edify on the internet, whether it's on my page or other brothers' pages. All right, but today is so-called Thanksgiving, as brothers call thanks-taking. Okay, because we didn't give this land away. It was taken from the so-called Native American Indians, which are the tribe of Gad and Reuben, and even the Issacharites, which are the so-called Mexicans here in northern America, and then going all the way down into Central and South America as well. But particularly this so-called holiday is known to pertain to the Northern American Indians, okay, as they were called. All right, so I'll start here with Micah chapter 2, verse 2. Matter of fact, 2 and 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." And having a so-called holiday of the commemoration of when they defeated us, if you will, okay, in the French and Indian War, just different wars, a Revolutionary War, okay, in American history. It came over here, and then we were defeating them, but then technology and the blessing of the sword, particularly the Gatling gun, assisted them in taking down the warriors of Gad and Reuben, okay, and pushing us all across this land and through harsh conditions, calling us Indians in the first place, which means savage, okay, were really the children of Israel. All right, it says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage." Okay, and this is key because in the prophecy, I'll go there right quick, and when I remember, go back Genesis the 49th chapter, right here somewhere. It says, it's verse 119. It says, "Gad is a troop. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last." Yeah, we were overcome, okay, by that troop, by that army. Who was that? The cavalry, which was U.S. government, okay? And then, but he shall overcome at the last. How? Through the power, spirit, and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Okay, because 12,000 from the tribe of Gad, according with those Gadites, that'll be amongst the 144,000. Well, be amongst the 12,000 amongst the 144,000, but that'll be amongst the 1/3 as well. They're gonna get the victory in the end when Yahweh Shai comes back. Okay, all right, and rescues us and takes down the villain, man. All right, the devil, the wicked, this Edomite rulership system. Okay, and the Edomites. Okay, now let's go back real quick, as well as the other 12 tribes, but particularly on a day like this, hinging on this point. All right, and then it says, Micah chapter 2, verse 3, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil." Okay. And for that family, man, those Edomites, man, they're gonna get it, man. They're going to be overcome at the last, man. All right. From there, let's jump over to Jeremiah. Just got a few scriptures. 17 verse 4, which says, Thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. And we discontinue from our heritage, okay, that the Heavenly Father gave us. And then you have, matter of fact, I got to keep reading, okay? But and when we discontinued by not keeping the statutes, laws, and commandments in the heritage of the Israelites, particularly the Gadites and the Reubenites, okay, we kindled a fire of the letting the Heavenly Father punish us with these Edomites, okay, with that troop, with that cavalry, okay, with what did it say? Was oppress our heritage, okay? Verse 5, it says, Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. And that's what happened to us. We trusted in this man. When? Okay, during the Indian Re-Education Act. Okay, during the Trail of Tears. I mean, you can go on and on and on to these situations where we tried to bargain and have peace with them, and they brought nothing but war to us. Okay, till we were overcome, and then they even re-educated us. Okay, a quick one on Wikipedia.org. It says American Indian boarding schools, also known more recently as American Indian residential schools, wow, were established in the United States in the mid-17th century, I'm sure it's going to say. 17th to the early 20th centuries, with the primary objective of civilizing or assimilating Native American children and youth into Euro-American culture. Okay, we discontinue from our heritage to take on theirs. It says, in the process, these schools denigrated Native American culture and made children give up their languages and religion, which was the ancient Hebrew, a broken form of the Hebrew from being over in the Americas so long, as well as our belief system, which is our statutes, laws, and commandments, and the prophecies of the Bible. Okay, I'm just going to read a little bit of this. At the same time, the schools provided a basic Western education. These boarding schools were first established by Christian missionaries of various denominations, and that wasn't the same spirit of the same belief, even though it's out of the same book. All right, the missionaries were, but you know, we can't act like the slave Bible wasn't around as well. Anyway, it says the missionaries were often approved by the federal government to start both missions and schools on reservations, especially in the lightly populated areas of the West. In the late 19th and the early 20th centuries, especially, the government paid religious orders to provide basic education to Native American children on reservations, and later established its own schools on reservations. The Bureau of Indian Affairs, BIA, also founded additional off-reservation boarding schools based on the assimilation model. These sometimes drew children from a variety of tribes. In addition, religious orders established off-reservation schools. Okay? So this is what happened to our people. All right? Whether you're from this tribe or you're from Judah or Benjamin, Levi, Asher, Simeon, Manasseh, Ephraim, Naphtali, okay? Whichever tribe you may be from, hey man, this happened to our people, man. This happened to our brothers. All right? And we gonna go and just celebrate and eat the turkey, which the feathers of the turkey go back to the Indian headdress. Okay? The cranberry goes back to the bloodshed, and the stuffing goes back to when they would cut the pregnant women's stomachs open and chop up the unborn children and put it back in there and stuff it right back in the mother's wombs. Okay? Cruelty, man, happened to our people. Okay, and then we're just gonna go on and celebrate it, man. Our forefathers are rolling over in their graves, the ones that fought to the death, man. Okay, to keep from this devil from overtaking us. Okay, but through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, we will overcome at the last, man. All right. All right, this is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. It says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. And we were taught when we were re-educated to sin, man. This devil taught us to be engulfed in sin. Okay? It says, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. You're not even looking for an evil day. You're not even looking for what the government is doing, for what this devil's doing, this beast system is doing, this beast is doing in this NWO. Okay, when he's coming with his CHIP, with the JAB, all these things, man. So we're gathered all around the table, okay, and doing what? Having family time, giving thanks for what? For being destroyed and re-educated. Okay, that's nothing to be celebrating about. Matter of fact, let me grab some Ecclesiastes 7. It's like verse 2. It says it's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, and that's exactly what went on today, man. We're in the state of mourning today. Okay, not in the state of everybody, let's pass the ham around. Let's have some of this fried turkey or this roasted turkey. You know, even they did that in Europe, man, when they would hunt Turks and carve the Turk. Okay, those Turks were basically refugee slaves, Jakes that were running around Europe, man, escaping persecution. Okay, but they would go and hunt on this day, man. And then they find our women, they carve the thigh, carve the breast, okay, so on and so the legs, so on and so forth. All right. Anyway, it says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. Today is not a feast day. The scriptures say He Most High despises our feast day. Okay. It says, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter. Good vibes only, man, is not the time we're living in. It says, for by sadness the countenance of the heart is made better. Yeah, because now you can see more accurately the things that's going on. The house of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Okay, and that's special because look at this article. Okay, so this was last month, and it says, I can't read a lot of it. Okay, you gotta be real cold and salty with it. It says U.S. scientists create new variant. The lab team behind the mutant variant was accused of playing with fire. All right, I'm not gonna read into it, but showing you new things are out there and it's created. Okay, and then so we know that there's pestilences out there. The prophecies say it. Okay, and this from Science Alert says, that was from RT. This one is sciencealert.com. It says, tiny particles in the air may trigger certain heart attacks. Okay, and this is happening over different parts of the world. So while everybody is gathered together, passing this stuff around, okay? Passing this stuff around, man. Back and forth. They then opened it up for you, but then they said cases are building, so on and so forth. And now there is strands out there really hurting the people, and your immune system's down from wearing them MASK, from taking the JABs and the Boost Mobiles, okay? From taking all those things, what happens, man? What happens? Immune system's low, your bad diet, okay? Immune system's low, and now you're sick and passing this thing around. It's like Contagion. Okay, check that movie out. All right, so at this event, people passing this stuff around. All right. So what do you think is going to happen? Further in the prophecy of pestilence, in these last days, there'll be pestilences. And also, While you buying up all this food to eat up on one day and waste all this food today, so you can be gluttonous. There's a famine right under your nose, and I know a lot of you people seen it when you went to the grocery store and was buying up all your food that you wanted to eat up today. All right, all right. I'm gonna jump down to verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." Yeah, so when you know you're oppressed, you get angry, man, because you're wise to the situation. You can see it. A lot of Gadites that understand who they are and understand the history, they were in mourning today, man. They were, with a heavy spirit on them today, versus being into that old joyous spirit of sitting down and holding hands, singing, "This land is your land, this land is my land," man. Why these people assault us and take the land from us. Okay? It says, "And a gift destroyed the heart." And that gift of them giving us what? Smallpox, diseases, yellow fever. And they gave us blankets full of this stuff, man. We're giving them gold, and they gave us disease and death and slaughter, rape, robbery, and murder. Okay? And that's why the Heavenly Father has to devise an evil plan such as He's devising, man, for this family. Okay? We went through it, and they got to go through it. But we will overcome at the last through the loins of the elect. All right? And it says it right here. Let's go to it. I'm trying to keep this straight to the point. Galatians 7, we'll jump down a bit. Get straight to the point. Let's see. It's up a little bit higher. Right there, verse 5. I'll just read verse 5, but it continues through all 12 of the tribes. It says, "Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. The tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. And of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. So we're going to overcome at the last, man. Okay? And when you go into Reuben, man, we were the oldest, man. Reubenites were the elder tribe, man. Okay? We were the strength of our forefathers, man, of the Heavenly Father. Okay, the firstborn of our forefather Jacob, man. Okay, as it says in Genesis, the 49th chapter. Okay? So, even though we've discontinued from our heritage, we will come back and remember ourselves. In the land of our captivity, we will remember ourselves. All right? I will stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. And we remember who our enemies truly are. But 2/3 of you don't care, man. You don't care who your enemy is. You don't care who you spiritually and biblically are. And so you will be destroyed, man. Right along with this devil. But those of the elect, man, will wake up and see it, man, and not rejoice in a day such as this, man. So I'm going to end it there. And, passing this pestilence around at the table, eating that food, man, is not what the spirit we're supposed to be in these last days, man. Okay? So anyway, keeping it short, simple, to the point. Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshua, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto the hopeful elect, and to the next one. Shalom.